Hello friends, welcome to another session of video tutorial on Selenium Java. In today's session we are going to take a look at locators and different types of locators available in Selenium Java. Please subscribe, like, share, comment the videos on this channel. Before we jump into locators, let us take a look at how the request and response which the browser sends and receives. Okay, whenever we type in a URL and hit enter, the request will be sent in terms of HTML through HTTP protocol to a web server, and the web server will read that and then sends a response in terms of again HTML through HTTP protocol, either HTTP or HTTPS protocol. The web page, whenever is loaded by the browser creates a document object model of that particular page which it receives, which is called HTML DOM. This diagram represents the HTML DOM which is loaded by the browser. It's a document. It contains a root element called HTML, and there are other elements which will be in terms of different tags. Head is another tag, body is another tag which is also an element. So everything under document is an element. Most of the modern browsers supports XHTML, that is extensible hypertext markup language, which can have user-defined tags apart from the predefined tags which are available in HTML. Whenever the browser renders the web page, it makes use of these tags to format the text on the particular web page. Okay, so these are some of the elements which are available inside the browser whenever it loads it. Let us take an example. Let us go to Google. Okay, so this is the web page. Whenever I hit in this URL, it sends a request to the web server, and then web server responds back by sending the HTML, and browser loads the web page, and this web page contains HTML. Okay, right click anywhere on the web page and click on inspect. You can see there are different tags. So as we said, it's a HTML DOM, which is a document, and it contains the main tag as HTML, and there is a header tag, there is a body tag, and there are different other tags available like style, which are elements. So these are the elements, different elements available on this particular web page. To interact with any of these elements, we need to find out the element corresponding to that particular control. For example, if I want to find out where is my Gmail link present, I can right click on it. Okay, right click, inspect. Okay, so this is where my element is located in that particular HTML DOM. So it's an anchor tag which is hidden somewhere inside this HTML DOM. There are different strategies available to find out these particular elements. Say for example, now I have found out Gmail. So if I try to find out where is my sign in button inside this HTML DOM, I again right click on it and click on inspect. Again, this is an anchor tag. To find out any element which is present on this particular web page, there are location strategies available in Selenium Java. So they are called locators, which locates a particular element present inside the web page. There are 8 different types of locators available in Selenium Java. Okay, as I said, locator is a mechanism used to locate elements within a document. If you look at this HTML DOM, this is a HTML tag, this is a head tag, this is a title tag. Apart from these tag, inside this tag you can also have attributes, and you can also have text. Okay, so there are 8 different locators available. You can find out any element on a particular web page by using any of these locators, such as ID, class name, name, CSS selector, link text, partial link text, tag name, and Xpath. Okay, so as it says, each element has got a tag. Okay, in this case I have a sign in button which is highlighted here, which is an anchor tag, and it has got attributes called class, ID, href. So these are attributes for this particular element, and it also has got a text called sign in. Let us see how we can identify based on different locators. Okay, now let us take ID. Okay, it finds an element by ID attribute. If I take sign in and click on inspect, so this element has got ID which is GB_70. So this is the ID which is representing this element on this particular web page. So ID is an attribute of anchor tag. So this is an HTML tag. Within that HTML tag you have ID attribute. Okay, so you can either find this by using ID, or there's a class name. Okay, finds an element based on the value of class attribute. So if you look at this element can be found both by ID, because it has got ID attribute, as well as there is a class attribute. So if you look at class attribute, it is called it has got GB_DE, GB_AE, and GB_HB. Okay, let me take another example. I'm going to go to Facebook, and try to inspect on this particular button. It is of type input, and it has also got an ID attribute with value u_0_2. Okay, so this is the value which we try to find out based on any of these locators. Okay, so if you look at this again, there's no class here, but if I click on email and inspect, there's a class attribute which contains a value called input text. So based on this value, we try to find out where this element is located on this particular web page. Okay, so that is about ID and class name. And there is a name attribute also. This is an input tag containing these many attributes like type, class, name. So these are all the attributes, and email input text, and this email is the value for these attributes. This particular element can be found by using name also, because this has got a name attribute also with some value. Okay, so how to find an element based on CSS locator and Xpath, I have explained in great detail in another video. Please take a look at this, how to become an expert in Xpath expression and CSS expression. Okay, so we will move on to other locator which is called link text. So what link text will do is it will try to find a particular text. Say for example, this is a link. Okay, so I right click on this, inspect. A is an anchor tag which is a link. to find out this element on this particular web page, I can use the link text locator to locate. Okay, so what link text will do is it will search through the anchor tag and finds out if there is a matching text. For example, if I try to find forgotten account on this particular web page, so what this selector will do is, what this locator will do is, it will try to find out the anchor tag which matches this particular text. The same way I can also use partial link text. The same way I can also use partial link text. For example, instead of providing the full text, I can also provide partial link text which is forgotten. Okay, so it will still try to find out this particular element based on the matching text. Okay, I can also find a particular element based on the tag name. So what are tags? Like anchor is a tag, div is a tag, td is a tag. Okay, input is also a tag. So if there is a unique tag available inside a web page, then we can make use of tag locator also. Okay, so that is tag name. For example, okay, if I go to internetherogupp.com and search for frames, click on frame link. Okay, if I go to iframe, and this has got a tag called so this has got a tag called iframe. So based on this tag name also I can find out particular element. Okay, once you find any element based on any of these locators, then you can make use of by class to work with that particular element or locate that element on a particular web page. Okay, you can take a look at any of the examples which I provided in the video series. The one which I can show you now is alert sample. Here I have used two strategies. One is by link text, the other one is by Xpath to locate those elements which are available on that particular web page. That is the end of today's session on locators. Please stand by for more videos on this channel. Thanks for watching.